Change Kitchen Community Interest Company is an events catering social enterprise who also run a beautiful cafe here in Balsall Heath and do free meal distribution. They've just opened a healthy takeaway, and we're here today to find out more about their business model and how the Mandala researchers are planning to work with them and what they hope to learn over the coming years. Birgit, tell us more about Change Kitchen.
Change Kitchen is a social enterprise event catering company that to the outside world, it's just an event catering company that does good quality food, that's tasty, healthy, more interesting. But then we also support, on the one hand, we support people back to work, people furthest from the labour market, and we also cook meals, free meals, for people in need in Birmingham. We cook that from surplus and turn it into tasty meals that then goes out to feed people who haven't got access to food.
Brilliant. And now you've added a healthy takeaway to your business.
Yes.
Why? What made you want to do that?
That came out of the whole giving away food to other organisations, healthy food, like I just said, in packs. And what I didn't like about it was that it felt that the recipients didn't have much choice, and it didn't feel very empowering. So the idea about a healthy takeaway is that people can come in here and ask for a free meal in a non-patronising way, and they have a choice of what the meal is, what's an offer, and also what time they don't have to wait for a parcel drop. They can just come in when they're hungry. Plus, on top of that, we are now a local cafe and a local takeaway that offers much healthier options than anyone around here.
You're working with the Mandala researchers over the next few years.
Yeah.
How are you hoping that relationship will support you in what you're trying to do here?
I'm hoping it will help us just for this place to really learn better what works and what doesn't work, and then to learn how to replicate this all across the city. So my hope is in every one of those precincts in Birmingham where there's a chip shop, next door to it will be a Change Kitchen healthy option.
Tommy, what's on the menu today?
On the menu today, we've got a lovely hominy pie. We've got some beautiful salads as well. We've got our couscous salad, we've got green bean salad, cauliflower salad. We've got our Thai curry, and we've got our moussaka as well. So, I mean, all of our dishes are from a really wide background, all different countries and flavours.
Beautiful, sounds delicious. And what kind of price points are they at?
So they sort of range from about £7 to £10, I would say. We're really trying to price it so that it's accessible for people who are in the area, as well as from afar, from more affluent places like King's Heath and Moseley. But then we also have our pay it forward option. So if someone comes in and they're in need of food, we will be able to give them a free meal based on that. Other customers will have come in, paid for someone else's meal ahead of time, and then they can sort of redeem that and make sure that they get food.
Amazing, what a lovely concept.
Yeah, it's really special for this cafe that we make that happen.
Great.
Yeah.
And tell me, what makes the food that you serve here more planet-friendly than most takeaways?
Sure. Well, we're all vegetarian, and that goes a long way towards our climate goals, actually, just being vegetarian. But even more, we're vegan and gluten-free often now as well. And again, that just takes more and more sort of strain off the environment, off of farming, things like that, more sustainable. We also use a lot of surplus food. So that food that would otherwise have gone in the bin, but is actually perfectly fine. It might be past its best before date, but it's brilliant, lovely, tasty. We use that in all of our food, whether it's the meals that we send out for free or the corporate catering that we do in town as well.
Great. And what kind of customers do you have here?
It's a big mix. Like I say, we get customers from Moseley and King's Heath, and they've known and loved us for about 10 years, 13 years we've been going. So we have a lot of regulars that come for that. But we also have people who just walk by and they're really interested by having a new healthy cafe in this area, because there's not much of that around here.
Great. And the takeaway has just launched on Uber Eats. That's exciting.
Yeah. Yes, we've just had that on Wednesday. It opened up. We've had a few orders come in. We're building up momentum for that slowly now. But it's very exciting just to see that all come together. And we've actually got an order right now.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I used to volunteer here last winter, so it's another reason that I continue coming. So I help them with the kitchen, so helping unloading the food, the surplus food, and is healthier and vegetarian as well, in vegan, something I appreciate.
So Jean, Paul, what are you hoping to find out here?
We want to know whether Change Kitchen is able to make a business out of selling healthy and sustainable food in a takeaway.
Great. And how are you going to go about that?
So we're here to look at what they provide, how nutrient diverse they are, the different food items they are able to provide to people. And we're also going to interview the customers that are coming to eat in the Change Kitchen. I will also be here as the researcher to participate, interview the customers, interact with the Change Kitchen staff, also participate in the food.
Great.
Yeah.
Get stuck in and enjoy some food.
Yes, yes.
Brilliant. So you'll be collecting both quantitative and qualitative data over the next few years to see if the business is viable.
Yeah.
And what makes Change Kitchen different to other takeaways? Why do you think this model might succeed where other healthy takeaways have not?
So Change Kitchen is not just the takeaway. They also have a really thriving catering business. And then they also have values about supporting people who are struggling a little bit with feeding themselves at the moment. So we think that it's possible that that kind of multimodal model it will enable the takeaway to thrive, so that the money coming in from the catering can support the takeaway when it's not doing so well, and that the money coming in from the takeaway might be able to support their community food initiatives.
Right. So diversifying their business model, so they've got those different revenue streams that are able to support each other.
Exactly, so that the business can kind of breathe a little bit. So if business drops off in one space, the other space can kind of take over for a little bit, and it can be flexible like that.
Fantastic. Birgit has already built a successful social enterprise with Change Kitchen. So that provides a very strong foundation for the takeaway to succeed. It's going to be exciting over the next few years to see how the business grows and what the Mandala Consortium can learn from their research.